What's up, everyone? We're on our way to meet up with some of my buddies, and we're going to be headed to a place called Pioneer Forest. It's up by Eminence. You know where that's at? If you don't, look it up. It's really hard to find on OnX because it's an LLC, so they own quite a bit of land around here in different sections of Missouri. So if you just type in Pioneer Forest LLC on the private land ownership part, it's going to bring up a lot. But we ended up having to use a map that they had on their website, and then basically corresponding until we found it on OnX. So that's where we're headed, about an hour and a half to 2 hours from us. We're going to meet up with them, and then we're going to head out. They're going to be in side-by-sides. This is the first group trip that I did. This is the first group trip I've done in vehicles. Obviously, I went camping with lots of people before, but we are going to head out that way. It's going to be a good time. We're going to stay an overnight. Today's Saturday, and we're going to come back home Sunday morning. I actually have to be back at church by 5 that night. We're doing a thing called the Seder dinner, and it's like a reenactment sort of the Last Supper. It's not really a reenactment, but I don't know how to describe it better. But it's like the symbolism of the Last Supper. So it's going to be good. So I want to be back in time for that. So I'll probably head out that morning when I wake up, and I'll head that way. We'll eat breakfast and head out. We're going to get there. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a long day full of a lot of driving. So I'll catch up with you about halfway there. And then I'll catch up to you again once we stop to set up camp. Now, they have to set up camp. I don't. Okay, obviously, if you've watched my other videos, you know that I can just, doodle around and then set up camp wherever I want. They're, on the other hand, are trailering their side-by-sides up here. And then one of my buddies has basically redone his box trailer into like a camper. So that's what they're going to be staying in. We're going to be staying in the Jeep. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be great. It is a cool day today. So I think it'll be cool tonight too. So we brought a hoodie and stuff. He's got a fire can, which if you don't know what those are, they're like propane fire pits. Awesome. I'm super excited about that. So we'll definitely get some videos of that. Got the drone fixed. Drone was down. It's fixed now. DJI was super awesome about it. And so we got the drone. We're going to get some good drone shots while we're out there too. Super pumped about this. We'll catch up to you in about halfway or so there. All right. So we're almost there. We're probably, I don't know, 15, 20 miles, if that, from where we're going to be headed. We just had a stop. I just topped off. I don't like to go into, a trail with the gas that I was driving there with. I don't know. It's a weird thing. So I like to stop and get gas beforehand. So we got gas. There is one more station a little bit closer, but it's hard for trailers to get in and out of. So we decided to stop a little further away. That's all right. I filled up into the neck of the tank, so we should be good to go. We pulled in, and the Jeep is just like steam. It looked like kind of like smoke, but I mean, I knew it was steam just by the the way it was kind of coming out. And I was like, man, am I blowing coolant everywhere? Like, what's going on? And so pop the hood, and I'm looking, and coolant's all good. Coolant levels are perfect. And I'm just kind of sitting there looking around, and I thought, well, maybe I'm leaking something else, but it didn't smell like oil. And even though I do have a small oil leak, it didn't smell like oil or anything like that. With transmission fluid, I look on the ground, there's like a puddle of water. So I was like, dang, I'm leaking coolant. Like, it was a pretty decent sized puddle. And I was like, I brought K-Seal with me just in case, just because I know how these are with, coolant leaks and stuff. So I was like, well, I got some K-Seal, I'll put that in it. Before I did, though, I noticed all my AC lines were just frozen, like solid. And, like, there's a big chunk of ice on one side, and the other sides were just sweating, like, profusely. Like, water kind of just pouring off of them. And so I got out of the car and kind of, the mechanic test and dipped my hand in it and then smelled it. And it didn't smell sweet. It didn't have any kind of oil slick, kind of like a slick feel to it. So, my AC lines were just sweating really, really, really bad. I guess awesome. Great, I'll take that any day of the week. Do have a transmission leak. I think it's my oil cooler lines are leaking. They seem to have picked up a little bit. I brought extra transmission fluid with me, so whatever, right? So I really probably need to check those before I go on another trip. I did not realize, I guess, how bad they had started leaking. I checked the transmission fluid. It's fine. So, we'll go with it. Like I said, I brought more with me if I need more. We shouldn't need any more. But anyways, we're out here, and we're almost there. So I am looking forward to this. A little bit of a scare back there, but hey, that's just part of the hobby. Sometimes things happen, and you gotta work on the fly. Sometimes you get lucky, and it turns out to be nothing or an easy fix, and sometimes you don't get lucky, and you're kind of just screwed, I guess, in a sense. So on my part, I was lucky, but some people aren't so lucky. So hopefully we have a good ride. Everybody's rigs and machines stay top notch the whole trip. We all make it back okay. We all make it back safe and without any kind of problems or anything like that. Hopefully we don't have to abandon anybody's vehicle on the trail, or I can't because of something going on. And we all get home. We'll see you at, I guess, camp next. So see you then. Just got done setting up, about to take off. It's gonna be a good day. I will be doing a lot more of my talking sections filmed in the Jeep, partially because we're out here with friends, and I don't want to be the guy standing off by himself, videoing himself. So we're gonna film a lot of my talking sections in the Jeep. I will get some videos of just stuff outside, things like that, and drone footage. But for most of the talking sections, it's going to be in the Jeep. So it's going to be a good day. About to back out. We'll see in a little bit.
Killer boots, man.
Yeah. That's where our trail's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, back across. Here we go. This water, it's pretty deep. All right, here we go. About rocker deep. Woo! Deep water, baby. All right, so we're headed back up. Nap got some water in his clutch cover. His belt's slipping a little bit, so we didn't feel comfortable heading down that way. The whole road is absolutely just flooded and just, I mean, deep water. So we're headed back. Hopefully, Nap, this works out. So I don't know a whole lot about side-by-sides. He knows more about side-by-sides, so he's confident in this. So we're gonna head back around and try and go around this water. It's crazy. So we're gonna head back around. We're gonna get around this water. This means going back down this freaking washed out road. I mean, this road is absolutely rough. So far, having a blast, having a good time. We're gonna wait to get back with you once we make our way around this. Crazy.
Your phone, that's so 1922.
Well, that's cool.
I bet you this hasn't been a school in a long time.
What makes you think that?
Look at all those big trees in there.
Whoa, look at that water. You know what they say about still water, right?
Crocodiles?
I don't know what they say about it.
No, that's probably the basement. There's alligators.
This is cool.
Pull your side-by-side off in there and see how deep it is. Can I get it through there? Sure. Oh, you can get it in there. Hey, you can drive right up and get in there. Yeah. Now, I don't know about getting it out. Getting it out of there. You climb them steps. I could ramp that sucker. Look how it all fell apart.
Yeah.
Somebody had to have knocked it down, right? How does a building like that, it's got rebar and everything else in it. How does a building like that fall apart?
I mean, there's over there looks like just caves.
Do what?
There's a game field right here. It goes all the way around.
Yeah. They got it beat down up there.
I didn't get a video of it, but we just crossed this little section here. If you can't tell, this, well, is a creek bed. So this is all kind of gone. The road's kind of gone here. So they built up these rocks so we could pass on the Jeep, so the Jeep could pass. We got through it though. All this is washed. Bad. See it all back in there. See? So, we made it. We're gonna watch the guys get through and then take off again. Kind of sink in.
Yeah. Not that time.
What happened last time we went first?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna take this big dip. Put it in 4 low. My wife said she likes the more natural sound, and I forget that when I'm charging my phone doesn't have any volume to it. So here we go. These dips make me nervous. Look at this road. It is rough. All this rain, flooding down here has really washed the road out. Man, we're pushing the Jeep today. Look at that. Awesome stuff. I need to catch up to the guys. So far, this trail has been a surprise. It has lots of very technical like tracks on it. I don't know what it's very technical in some areas. Got very long water crossings that are way longer than what I thought, but so far we're having a great time. Definitely got me experiencing things I haven't experienced yet, getting me out of my comfort zone. I'm learning a whole lot of stuff from Nap and how he used to rock crawl and stuff like that. So he's giving me a lot of information on how to take things and just building my confidence up in those areas. So, you know, it's been a lot of fun. I think we're about to do another water crossing here, and it looks like another steep drop off into it. So here we go. Let's do it. So these steep ones make me a little nervous. Straight. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. My butthole is puckering. Woo! Oh man. That one had me nervous. But like I said, Nap's there to help. Alright, so the next one, holy crap.
Attaboy.
Alright. 4 low, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Dude, that'd be funny. Alrighty, well we just got done at this spot. This is the current river that we're at. Awesome, awesome spot. Huh. Let's see if we can back out of here real quick. Like a Kirk with some room to turn. Yeah, I got a backup camera. I can kind of see it, but not very good. Anyways, so we're back at it. We're headed out, and then we're gonna head to camp. This was a crazy, crazy spot. Awesome, awesome spot. I'm a huge fan. Sorry, Jeep's having trouble getting on this like river rock. Anyways, huge fan of spots like this on the river. This was a great spot. Got some good film of it. Got a couple drone shots of the rigs, of the river, of the rock formations on the side. This is just a great spot. The one thing, I think my rig just died. Hold on, here we go. Hold on, I'm not giving it a whole lot of gas, so basically it's getting kind of bogged down in this sandy, rocky nonsense that we're in. So it's bogging it down and then killing it because I'm not giving it enough gas. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Great spot. If you head out this way, it's super awesome. I had the GPX file, or GXP file, sorry, shared with me from another person in one of the groups I'm in. So I won't share that because that's not mine to share. But this is this is just up by Eminence, Pioneer Forest. There is so much to explore back in here. And this is literally just a day trip. I mean, this is an overnight stay for us, but there is so much to do. I mean, we've been on the trail since like 8 o'clock this morning. And it is currently, well, I don't know what currently time it is. Probably getting close to about 4-ish. So anyways, we've been at it for a while. But still a great time. Got some good footage of creek crossings. Got some pretty crazy footage of me being like almost at like a 90-degree just drop down into this water. There's a broken bottle, I think. So we got that too, which was just a very, very nerve-wracking thing that I've never done before. And luckily I had Kirkley and Officer Knapp there to kind of help me out there. But it was a good time. I had a great time. So many water crossings, little, some deep. The road is literally just washed. We had a bunch of flooding. So if you come out here like anytime in the next like probably week or so from when I shot this video, the water will probably be a lot lower. And there'll be a lot less water just on the road. There was one road that we had to turn away from. I think I've already talked about that a little bit. Just because the road was literally fully submerged and just flood waters. You couldn't tell where the road was. So it's just not something that we were interested in going down. But anyways, I've talked long enough. We're gonna head back to camp. And then we'll get some shots there. We're just gonna relax the rest of the day. And we'll see you then. Peace. Well, that is the end of our trip. We were headed out. We had a good breakfast this morning. Pancakes and bacon, so good. But we're gonna try and get home. Basically, the wind's kind of picking up, and Knapp's got a box trailer and an awesome Suburban. Just trying to beat the wind. The wind's supposed to pick up around this afternoon. So we're just trying to get out of here so we don't have to fight that wind the whole time back home. But it's been a great time, awesome stuff. I mean, just absolutely a great, fun trail with good friends. So be headed out. It's been a great time. Hope that you enjoy this video just as much as I enjoyed filming it. I honestly, like, there's just so much good footage and so much different point of views of different obstacles that we had to do. So I'm really excited to put all this together for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next one. Have an awesome day.